My name is Michelle Moss, and this is my review for Interpersonal Communications course. The chapter application definitely impacted my understanding of the coursework in a significant way because it did help me in understanding the material a lot better. When we did the activity of having to listen to two different situations, and it did help me in understanding the barriers that I have when trying to listen to someone to effectively communicate. Another example would be when we did the acts of kindness activity for our interpersonal perception application. This helped me in communicating in more of a different way where it affected the mood of others, and it made me feel good, made me want to communicate more and do other acts of kindness to help people to communicate more, and it made them feel more at ease in communicating with me. So that was a different approach that I learned that I hadn't known before. I would connect this content for future career opportunities using different tools I've learned to communicate more effectively. The tools such as listening more, which is a big part of the communication. So going into an interview and kind of listening as to what it is that the interviewer needs, that they're looking for on the job, and just allowing them to fully detail out what's needed. Nonverbal communication when interviewing as well, to read the person's body language, and most importantly, understanding how to communicate with people from different cultures. So being able to be diversified in my communication and being able to, again, listen and be patient when people from different cultures are trying to communicate with me, be it at a job interview, in a job setting, or if I had to go abroad to do my studies, which I do intend to do. I did grow personally from this experience because I did feel as though I left the class with a better understanding of how to communicate more effectively. I became self-aware that I do not have patience when trying to understand someone from different cultures, and also that I found it difficult to listen for long periods of time. So watching a documentary for a long period of time, or listening to a friend go on about something for an extended period of time, I found that my attention span is kind of short when it comes to certain things. So this experience did help me to grow in being more self-aware of some of the flaws that I have, and being more self-aware of the fact that I do not have patience, and trying to now understand it. So understanding this allowed me to try different methods to fix it. And I have practiced some of them and still trying now to find different ways to train myself to listen a little bit more and to be more patient. My adaptability did increase a little bit more, but I do believe because this was not a weak area for me, I was able to teach others this method more so, as opposed to really taking this one in more, because I do believe being able to adapt in social settings, etc., is more so something that I can connect with. Empathy is one I struggled with because I found it difficult to listen. And after doing the activities, training my mind that when someone is speaking, especially getting something off of their chest, to just sit there and wholeheartedly listen. I have learned this from the course, and that the key to empathy is listening, honestly, which, when someone is speaking, most times I'll kind of stop them and try and interject maybe a solution. But going through the course, it did help me to understand that listening first and foremost, and just giving that person your undivided attention helps more than anything else. I have also applied nonverbal and verbal behaviors to the cognitive complexities. Before this course, I did think that a person's body language completely told the story if they're being honest or not, and learning that this is not always the case, that we do need to listen fully to what a person is saying and watch body language, monitoring everything as a package, as it helps to effectively communicate. So this course has helped me to realize that, not just body language or not just speech. Sometimes they go different from each other. It's understanding a person as a full package to kind of get to fully effectively communicate and understand what they're saying. Ask questions. You can only ask questions when you've listened. So I have learned that. And I've also noticed that in most cases,